Fellas, he's done it again! After a long 6-month hiatus, the king has returned. That's right, it's Carlito. Carlito is back, and after cataloging Super Mario's many locations, now he's got his target set on Donkey Kong. This is what would happen if Donkey Kong was charged for every atrocious act he ever committed. Let's find out what Donkey Kong's sentencing should be, shall we? I actually don't know anything Donkey Kong has done wrong other than kill 1 million alligators. Is there like a penal system in Donkey Kong Island? He stole a woman. Yeah, but he gave her back. Wait, that's Cranky Kong. He didn't steal Pauline. Oh, wait, yeah, good point. Maybe DK is really gaslighty. You know what, Carlito, take it away. Let's let him describe it.
I've studied every single game Donkey Kong has been featured in, down to its code.
Okay.
To see what kind of crimes he's really committed. So let's take DK to the courthouse. We're gonna charge him for his crimes.
Damn. Don't? I'm just saying, man, how could you not? Look like 2 oversized turkey legs, man. That's some growth hormone shit. What is that?
Donkey Kong Country. Even in his debut game, Donkey Kong III is a scumbag.
Is he?
To be fair, K. Rool does steal his bananas in this game.
Yeah, he did.
So Donkey Kong has a valid reason to beat his ass.
Right. It's
you could call his actions self-defense.
I would. Dude. Yes, I would.
I don't have a problem with Donkey Kong beating K. Rool's ass.
Okay.
I have a problem with DK beating K. Rool's goons' asses. Like,
well,
what did they do besides just be affiliated with K. Rool?
To be clear, that's a beaver. He just lives on the island. I don't even know if he belongs to the K. Rool army. I don't think he's, like, affiliated with alligators.
Nothing, bro. They did nothing.
Well,
but it would be very stupid.
I mean, they bite you. If you walk into him, he bites you, so it's kill or be killed.
You can do the DKC pacifist run where you scare them all. This way you don't have to fight Sans. But what isn't optional is the bosses. Okay. You have to fight these guys. And I think this actually holds value as well because these bosses have their own names. They're their own people, their own identities.
Sure. No, that makes sense. They contribute in, like, a valid way. Like, one of them is the queen bee who probably produces a lot of, honey for the island.
The victims of DK here would be Very Naughty, Queen Bee, and finally, the worst of all, Master Necky and Master Necky Sr. If you thought DK was justified until this point, I'd understand. I get it. But Donkey Kong beat the fuck out of this dude's kid and then him. Well, he assaulted a family over some banana.
No, it wasn't. Okay, to be clear, they were not Necky's bananas. I feel like I'm Saul Goodman now. They were Donkey Kong's bananas, which were given to Necky, and he's an accomplice, right? Like, he's part of the mafia in this world. He's part of the family. He's not a made man.
You walk out into the first level of Donkey Kong Country, and there's already like 100 bananas to collect. There is no defending Donkey Kong's actions here.
Yes,
this is like 5 aggravated assault charges with deadly intent.
Okay, to be clear, you get 100 outside the door. How many are in this cave, Carlito? There's gotta be at least, like, 200,000, man. If somebody robbed me of my life savings of 200,000 bananas and then I went outside and found a $100 bill, I wouldn't be like, oh, okay, we're good. 4 years for aggravated assault. This is already off to a bad start.
Man, a good 20
I don't know,
years in
man.
prison
No,
already.
not 20 years in prison. No.
Which is actually like half of the average gorilla lifespan, so it's not looking too great for the third.
That's kind of sad. We're gonna lose half his lifespan?
But before we move on to the next game, let's take a good look at DK himself.
Okay.
Do you see the issue I'm seeing?
Is he naked, Carlito?
Public indecency.
Okay, that's what I thought we were gonna say.
Maybe you think, oh, well, just because he wears a tie doesn't necessarily mean he knows what a shirt or pants are. And you know, I'd agree with that. But the other Kongs know what shirts and pants
he's
are.
wearing... I would say this is an education issue. I think the fact that none of the other Kongs have explained to Donkey Kong, like, hey, man, we all agreed to, like, sew our own... Like, Cranky made clothes for all of us, and you're still wearing that tie. Could you just put on the trousers he made you, man? Did someone say they were looking for fantastic athletic wear at affordable prices that breathes easily and won't break your wallet? That's great, because this video is sponsored by Fabletics. Fabletics makes all kinds of great stuff. I'm wearing the shirt right now and obviously the hat, but they've got a brand new product which you should be really excited about. Introducing the Dawn Pant. That's right, the Dawn Pant and the Dawn Bomber. You can wear these whether you're being active on the golf course or just honestly at a day at work. Nobody's gonna know the difference. These are business casual as hell. Now, the main thing about Fabletics is just the stuff is really high quality, man. I don't know how to describe it. I love these shorts. They sent these to me. They're fantastic. They're stretchy. They got an inner lining. But the big thing is this belt bag. Wow, now I can carry my phone while I'm running. And the craziest thing about Fabletics is they're not super expensive. They have a VIP program where you can get 80% off your first order, and I thought that was a typo, but they're honoring it. Yes, you'll get 80% off. As a VIP member, you can save up to 50% off all day, every day, on everything. Every month, your membership gets you 1 credit that you can redeem for either a 2-piece outfit or any product up to $100. And the membership is flexible. You can skip as often as you like and you won't be charged. You'll also have access to monthly drops, early access to different styles, VIP-only sales. I mean, they got all kinds of stuff. Now, I know that you guys are excited to try out this Fabletics stuff, and guess what? I know exactly what to do. Go to the link in the description. What? Yes, the link in the description, and you're gonna get 80% off your first order when you join the VIP club. Check out Fabletics now and become a VIP member by checking the link in the description. Get 80% off! They're crazy!
But he's definitely guilty in Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Sure, yeah.
The plot around this game revolves around DK stealing Mario toys. But when he goes to the store to decide to buy them, they're just completely out of stock. Which makes him so angry, so fumed, that he decides to break into the Mario toy factory and just start nabbing shit.
You know, I never realized, is this like a meta commentary on Nintendo itself? Because, like, they were doing a lot of, like, scarcity promos during this time, right? They had a couple things where they're like, all right, we're going to have this special edition game or console or whatever for like 3 weeks, and then they turn it off. They're $40 for a tiny toy. Oh, I would steal that shit too, man. It's like stealing bread to bring back to your family. No jury in the world would convict you for this.
I think we can get away with giving him 1 year for grand theft. But if you were underwhelmed by that charge, don't be, because this dude really is a gremlin in this game. He realizes he dropped all of the toys while running away.
Oh.
This makes DK, pretty angry, so he decides to do what any reasonable person in this scenario would do. He kidnaps 3 toads, then takes them up a building.
Okay.
This took a pretty fucking insane turn, I'd say, from taking toys to lives. This is just 100% kidnapping, which in this case there should be 3 charges of kidnapping for.
But look how sad he is. He's remorseful. Look how sad he is for it, man. Your Honor, look at him. My ass could not be a judge. I could see like a triple homicide convict and he's sitting across the court from me at the bench doing this face. If he had those sad eyes, I'd be like, bro, public service, whatever, man. I love the idea of a lawyer telling a judge to relieve a convict of their crimes because their client is sad. Unironically, I think that's real. I think showing remorse, like, will actually, I don't think it'll lessen your sentence, but I think it does, like, come into judgment. If somebody's not remorseful for their shit, like, it's different,
24 more years for this one, buddy.
Oh. Carlito is fucking funny, man. Just the dead silence on the screen. All right, it's a life sentence, 1.5. He's dead 1.5 times over, but, maybe for good behavior, right? What happened next?
Later in the game, Donkey Kong falls off a building onto a Mario Toy Company shipping truck, and then decides to rob the truck afterward.
Oh my
stealing
God.
even more toys. This is again hard to sentence, but shit, man, we can't let him get away with this.
Well, okay, I don't think he destroyed the truck. He fell on it. Somebody probably pushed him. Robbing the truck, he was not remorseful. You got me on this one.
I'm gonna be 1000% honest with you. There is no way in hell Donkey Kong built this himself. I feel like he didn't get this mech by ordinary means. And I feel like I'm valid for thinking that considering his stealing record in this game.
Okay, but let's be clear. The robot is shaped like a monkey. I think we all know who could have made him a giant mechanical monkey robot. There's no evidence here. Yeah, exactly. We know that Funky has built, weapons of destruction. He builds firearms. No reason he couldn't build a big mech, especially with Cranky's knowledge of chemistry. I forget what he does in 64. Robotnik, right? He could have talked to a bunch of people.
No way.
There's no evidence here. Diddy has a jetpack and, Diddy does not have a coconut gun. He's a peanut gun, which ironically might be the most deadly of any of their guns. Because peanuts could kill somebody with a with an allergy, right?
But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The robot does look like a monkey, so maybe he just found it on Donkey Kong Island somewhere.
Or somebody built it, man. Come on.
Mech robbery charge. Let's take a look at the subspace emissary in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. In this cutscene, Bowser's trying to turn Diddy Kong into a trophy with the power of the Dark Cannon.
Right.
So Donkey Kong makes a noble sacrifice to save Diddy Kong.
Yes,
and it
less
ends up
in a
in
sentence.
Donkey Kong turning into a trophy instead.
Yeah, he's a
But
hero.
I'd argue this rescue attempt isn't as wholesome as you'd think. Because the way DK saved Diddy was to fucking punch him out of this world. Like, I think this is attempted murder.
Huh. I guess it was. That move does do a lot of damage and kills.
He couldn't have just, like, pushed him out the way. Or even throwing him down the mountain would have been a less severe way to get him out of firing range.
Sure.
I'm completely convinced this was Donkey Kong's way to try and murder Diddy Kong.
Okay, that's a little much, I think. Maybe battery. You might get battery on this. Would Diddy Kong press charges? I rest my case. His ass is not suing. Unless he got, like... really sad situation where Diddy has to pay for his medical bills. He doesn't want to sue Donkey Kong, but he has to because he got like a broken hip and he doesn't have insurance. So his medical bills are like $300,000 and he's like, Donkey Kong, I love you, but I need to pay for this somehow. I'm going to lose the house. And Donkey Kong is like, look, man, I don't have it. I'm going to sue you so I could get the money from the insurance. You're going to have to file for bankruptcy. Oh, dude, this moment ruined both of their lives. That's so sad.
9 years. Attempted first-degree murder.
9 years?
But hold on, Brawl DK is still a little guilty. Much later in the game, DK just picks up a Rob and takes him. And I'm not talking like one of the random Robs from the story mode, but he decides to kidnap the one and only sentient Rob. The only one that could actually think for himself, and he just took him.
Whoa.
Which if he's sentient, then you kind of have to consider this kidnapping. I mean, the dude can think for himself. He didn't want to go with Donkey Kong. Simple as that, really.
Come on, he's
so
saving
another
him.
Kidnapping charge.
8 years for Your Honor, you are tripping. Is Rob pressing Rob would press charges. Rob would obey the letter of the law exactly. Rob would press charges, not even caring about the money. He just wants justice.
Now watch this one. I'm gonna pull this next one on my ass.
Okay.
Boom. Donkey Kong Country Rumble in the Jungle. This random book I just found at the book fair.
A book? Bro's pulling out books.
On 3 separate occasions, he decides to grab a TNT barrel and just chuck it at some shit. In the first scenario, he needs to free Funky Kong from his cell, so he uses a TNT barrel to explode the lock and free Funky Kong.
Right.
But that's baby shit compared to what happens next.
Okay.
Donkey Kong climbs through an air vent, and then up a cable through an elevator shaft, which leads him to the Big Ape City's defense system.
Where the fuck is this? He's doing like Mission Impossible stuff, dude. I've never heard of this city. What? Oh no. There you go, okay. Blew up the surveillance system.
Honestly, how do you even charge this? I don't think I'll give him the death sentence because there were no injuries, there was none stated.
Right.
But
I'm sure he cleared out the city.
Is pretty fair here. So let's add that one to the counter.
Oh my god.
But the nonsense doesn't even stop there.
Okay.
He plants a bunch of time-delayed TNT barrels onto K-Rool's blimp, which obviously then explodes the blimp.
He did a prison break, then he did the end of Fight Club, and then he did the Hindenburg. He did all 3 of those in one book. It's actually terrorism.
But then the blimp falls onto a factory, causing an even greater explosion.
Look at the serene smile on Cranky's face. Wow, more dead Kremlings. Just killing the working class in the factory.
This is definitely some sort of war crime. And on top of that, I'm gonna add 1 extra year for destroying the blimp, because if you didn't know, blimps are very expensive. So now
Damn,
we're
that
done with the
much?
book.
I would like to get a blimp. That'd be fun. I don't know where I would take it. Maybe just fly it around my house. Everybody just look up. Oh, there he go again. There's only 4 blimps left in the world? What? Really? Dude, this one got, like, asked a lot. When I started filling this out, this is a very common question on Google. 20 to 25 blimps in the world. Dude, I gotta act fast. I gotta get that quick. Wait, there's a blimp that says that? Now this is just a flex, and I'm one of them.
Donkey Kong gets angry that Pauline likes Mario's toy more than his own toy, so he kidnaps her. Sure, reasonable response, I guess. It does turn out, though, that he was actually keeping her in a very nice room with lots of gifts.
Oh, that's
but
nice.
That doesn't actually change the fact that she was abducted.
No, that's
So
right.
there's not really much saving
like
DK
Stockholm
here, but at
Syndrome
least
at best.
Mario forgives him. He kidnaps Pauline again, but at the end it's revealed that he didn't actually kidnap Pauline at all. It was all a secret test to see how well the Mario toys functioned. Mario just wasn't aware.
Okay, like the one game, I almost spoiled that game again. It was all a test. I want you to go play that game, so I'm not gonna tell you what game it is, but it's a game that I talk about a lot that I want you to play, but I'm not gonna tell you what to play because I don't want to spoil it. But it's a really good game that has that kind of ending.
Now the final game in this series, thank God, Tipping Stars. Now in this game, he kidnaps Pauline again. And like one of the worst looking cutscenes I've ever seen in a game.
Oh my God!
They might have actually.
Wait, what was this on? The Wii U, dude. The Wii U. What a dark age. The Wii U is fucked up.
Either way, yes, he kidnaps her, but it was fake again. It's a surprise party, I guess. Okay.
All right.
That's fun. But look.
If I was Mario, I would stop saving Pauline. You guys have run an arcade together. You've been kidnapped multiple times just to test me. I'm not falling for it again. And that's why Donkey Kong is playing the long game. Eventually, she doesn't come back.
Purposely saved the most heinous and interesting crimes for last. Starting with Donkey Kong Jungle Beat.
No, I'm not taking this one. I'll hear you out, but in this game, he just fucks up jungle creatures, establishing his place as Jungle King. This is him just being the strongest animal in the jungle. He's the alpha. He's taking over the territory. This is nature.
Donkey Kong goes to 16 different kingdoms and overthrows their governments by beating the shit out of their rulers.
That's the rule of the jungle, baby! Only the strong shall survive!
This is without a doubt several war crimes.
Okay, come on.
Since it's not specifically stated
DK apologist.
Land Cactus King rules over, I'm not going to give DK the full war crime charge for beating up Cactus King.
Okay.
But I'll still give him a charge for aggravated assault with deadly intent.
Okay.
But for the sake of our other 17 rulers here, I'm going to have to add 17 death sentences to Donkey Kong's charges for—
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I think that's a little excessive. I don't think Donkey Kong deserves 17 death sentences for overthrowing clearly incompetent governments, I would say. I mean, everybody in the kingdom is trying to kill him. I would say it's anarchy. He's just trying to establish order. How would you kill Donkey Kong? Lethal injection? I guess that's the humane way. I would put him and never-ending amount of claptraps in the same room. I think it would be like a claptrap. You know how the Donkey Kong had that bonus room with a claptrap? You would jump on it and kept going back and forth. It never stops going back and forth. And then eventually it would bite him, and he would go, oh, and then he would die.
Now let's get serious. Let's talk about baseball, dude. So in the opening cutscene of Mario Sluggers, Donkey Kong rams Luigi pretty fucking hard into the wall. With how far Luigi flies from this, I'd say this was definitely intentional. Maybe not meant to kill like Diddy Kong.
No.
But Luigi could press charges if he wanted here.
No. It's just sports. It's a physical sport, just how it is.
But the problem here is that it was during a professional sports game.
Yes, exactly.
With all the waivers the players would have to sign, it would actually be really hard for Luigi to actually win a case over this assault.
There's no way. It was an accident.
This is bad press, and the fans are going to be upset. So I say we compromise and give DK a 3-game suspension from this season of Mario Baseball.
Okay, yeah, I would say that's fair. Okay, sure. That's gonna hurt his team. He's a star player for sure. I think that's only gonna help him, right? That's why people watch Donkey Kong. They want to see him fuck up the other team.
Donkey Kong Country returns.
Really?
In this game, the Tiki Tak tribe wakes up from their slumber and they try to take over Donkey Kong Island.
But he's too stupid.
To defeat the tribe, Donkey Kong decides to punch the moon out of orbit, and he sends it hurtling toward Earth to kill the entire tribe.
I didn't remember this. Is that illegal? Don't know if there's a law against it.
Now, I say they're defeated, but these guys never appear in another game again, and considering how they lost, I think it's fair to say Donkey Kong killed all of them.
I would be... Even if Donkey Kong didn't kill me, I would run away. Like, if a guy dropped the fucking moon on me, you would never see me again. I would go into hiding. I would fly across the country, man. I would be banished and exiled. What would happen if the moon... Chat, what would happen if the moon crashed into our planet? Would we die? Do you think we would die? Would the oceans boil over and they would create tidal waves that would flow into the cities and then everything would flood and then the tectonic plates would shift? Would that happen? So stupid.
And if you didn't know, without the moon, all life on Earth would be in danger. Every single species would be in danger. Every species would probably die, is what I'm trying to say.
Without the moon? What does the moon do? Stabilizes the earth? This feels like a topic for another YouTube video.
So Donkey Kong has now killed the entire world's population.
Okay.
I will say I don't think he planned to do this. He's just a dumbass after all. But I still think that should count for an involuntary manslaughter charge.
Uh-huh.
So with that, I'm sentencing Donkey Kong III for 8 billion counts of involuntary manslaughter.
Uh-oh, I bet that's gonna be a really big number. Judge, respectfully, you're dead. Carlito, you died.
And that will be all.
Okay. So Donkey Kong is sentenced to 32 billion and 101 years, including 2 life sentences, 18 death sentences, 2 hours of community service, and 3-game Mario baseball suspension. And just to reiterate, I don't think he's making it.
Take Donkey Kong to his cell at once, and I bid you adieu. Donkey Kong truly is a danger to the entire Mario
No
world.
way! No! Come on, man! He doesn't mean that. No. Come on.
But actually, I just got an update. I
Wait.
just found this Facebook post he made back in 2013 about him telling us we should carpool to save the world, and oh my god. I'm so sorry, DK. That was on me, man.
Oh, all is forgiven. He loves the planet, man.
I forgive Donkey Kong for his crimes. We're
okay.
done beefing. Me and DK, like this. We're best friends again, and we always will be.
That's great.
I love you, Donkey Kong.
That's a beautiful story. That is a hey, a happy ending for everybody. And guys, if you want to see more Carlito, you see he's back, and I know there's not going to be a 6-month wait next time. I love these Carlito movies, man. These are fantastic. Go watch the video. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Go see this guy, man. He's back. Finally. Hey, if you're watching Carlito for the first time and you're watching this on YouTube, here's your homework. Go watch everything about Klungo. That's always what I tell people to do. Go watch the Klungo video. You got to learn about Klungo. You got to hear about what